Hello, everybody. I'm getting slightly quicker at starting everything. Finally. Finally getting quicker at it. Slowly but surely. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got some crap to talk about today. That is for show. Lots and lots and lots of stuff. Finally back on schedule for myself. So we'll go ahead and get ourselves started, shall we? Shall we? Before we fully get started, how's everybody doing? Hopefully you're doing good. Welcome to the stream. I should say, been having some fun times in real life, and it's nice to be back. It's nice to be back in the saddle. It's nice to be back online with everybody. So, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody, to Gaming News Now. We have a bunch of stuff to go over, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. I am going to quickly go over a couple topics for the stream. So we're going to go over Assassin's Creed Shadows and the roiling controversies and other things going on with the game. We're going to go over a little bit of Inzoi news. They did a good thing, finally, thankfully. We've had some recent developments from the CD Projekt Red earnings call. We'll go over a couple of those. We have a couple new Switch 2 rumors that we will cover. And Game Informer is back. We'll hit all of that. Monster Hunter Wilds is getting its first big title update. And do you like the Xbox app? Well, I'm about to remind you that you probably shouldn't. And then we'll hit a couple of indie spotlights for everybody. So, go ahead and jump into our headline topic. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Oh, it's about time I talk about you. I have been putting it off because I don't want to go into the full politics of what's been going on. I will touch on that. So for those of you that don't necessarily want to hear about that, I apologize. But we will go over a couple of interesting tidbits for those that might be curious. So, for those of you that don't know, the game launched on the 20th of March to your normal Assassin's Creed reviews. Now, what do I mean by that? Essentially, mixed with a slight positive lean. I personally did not really get grabbed by the marketing. There was a huge marketing push for this game, a lot of marketing push for this game. But it released to, if I remember correctly, we'll pull up Metacritic real quick. I think it was like an 80 or something like that. Don't quote me on that. Let me pull up my Metacritic. Where is, how is it not on the top? I guess because it wasn't, not the most recent thing. Yeah, 82 on Metacritic, so not exactly the best reviews, but not the worst. It's about par for an Assassin's Creed game. Now, what isn't par about this is that the game has already apparently taken the second spot for day one sales, just under Valhalla. This is according to a VGC report, Video Games Chronicle, for those that don't know that acronym. And it apparently also hit, according to Ubisoft, 2 million players. Now, big asterisk with that. Remember that not only did this release on their own Game Pass thing, but it released on a separate one that's a third party. Not Xbox Game Pass, is a different one. So, a little bit of a caveat there. Not everyone bought the game at full price. Also, apparently you can kind of do a weird family share thing on PlayStation with it. So not necessarily everybody bought the game, but 2 million people have apparently played it, which pretty good. Pretty good. Now, this is all besides the fact that the game has been heavily criticized. by certain people. I use that term very loosely because some of them I don't consider people in the strictest and most non-inflammatory sense. They are lambasting this game for DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now, does that actually mean anything in the context of this game? Clearly not. People still bought it and people are still playing it. So overall, I don't really think it's that big of an issue. Clearly. Because let's just look at the facts here. Most of the characters that are featured in the game are historically accurate, and realistically, who the fuck cares? Do I need to take you all back to the OG Assassin's Creed trilogy and remind you that we had fucking Galileo making us flying machines? I'm just gonna let that one sit there. Maybe we can go back to like Black Flag, which by far is the best in the series, and point out some of the weird historical inaccuracies with that one that most people could agree on. But no, we're going to sit here and complain that there's a black guy playing a samurai and a woman ninja, and those are the playable characters. That's what we're going to complain about. I love gaming nowadays. Y'all make no fucking sense at all. Like, at all. Did nobody watch Samurai Champloo and enjoy it? Like, is that just me? I guess so. But yeah, I digress. Because realistically speaking, none of this is really going to sadly make a difference for Ubisoft. So, according to Rise Elliott, an analyst for the Media Research Group, it isn't enough to really pull Ubisoft out of the potential hole that they've been in for the past couple of years. XDefiant and a couple other games really put them there. What the fuck is the name of that stupid goddamn pirate game? The other pirate game that they did. What was the name of that? Oh yeah, Skull and Bones too. Like they're really just not doing the best overall financially. There's a reason that there's been a bunch of possible buyout opportunities and a bunch of possible, hey, maybe we'll be up for sale from Ubisoft. But Assassin's Creed Shadows isn't really going to break the bank, and it isn't really going to increase it. So here we are. Live your lives, people. Enjoy games, and shut the fuck up. Please. Now, will I be playing Assassin's Creed Shadows? Probably not. To be fair, I haven't really enjoyed the game series since Origins. So, yeah. Probably won't be playing that one. But to each their own. Some people enjoy the new, like, very RPG focused spin that Assassin's Creed has had for a while. I used to really, really enjoy the series. Black Flag was my favorite. I actually kind of liked Assassin's Creed 3, which is nuts to say, I know, but I don't think it was really that bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible, and I enjoyed it. So, realistically speaking, it's not really going to change anything for Ubisoft, and some people need to learn to shut the hell up. Please, for the love of God. Yeah. Is it a problem? Yes. Am I going to sit here and talk about Elon Musk and Hassan Piker getting into it on Twitter? I mean, I'll talk to it to y'all, but I don't want to talk to that for the YouTube cut because there's way too much shit with that. There is just way too much going on there that I do not want to touch it. I do not want to touch that. I do not want to touch that shit with a 10-foot McFucking pole in any way, shape, or form. Ooh, yes, Afro Samurai is a good choice too. Yes. Also, hello TikTok. Hello. I'm sorry I don't acknowledge you enough. And also to my TikTok commenter there asking, is the new game good? I mean, it's not horrible. So take that with what you will. I mean, it's Assassin's Creed game. It's Ubisoft. It's probably not going to be the best thing in the world, but it's not going to be the worst. Like, it's your average, you know? It's an average game for average people. And that's fine. You can enjoy it. I do not mind. I mean, you can play what you want. Can I play it? You can play what you want. Either way, one of these days I have to figure out a way to be able to merge these two chats. But I don't think that's a good idea. Because if TikTok starts popping off like crazy on my chats, then what am I going to do? Because then it's going to flood into the Twitch chat, and that's not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. Not at all, not at all, not at all. We will hit our next topic. Beep, beep, beep. All right. If my wife is watching, this is for you. Thankfully, Krafton, the company / publisher making Inzoi, the life sim game that's trying to compete with The Sims, they will thankfully not be adding Denuvo DRM to the game. So, for those of you that don't know, Denuvo DRM is specifically for PCs. It is used in consoles in some capacity, from what I understand, but it's not mainly for consoles. It's mainly for PCs. Denuvo is there to be able to try to be like some kind of stopgap way to be able to keep you from pirating a game as quickly as possible. It's trying to help not get the game cracked. But it has been known for a very semi-long time, essentially since Denuvo decided that it was going to be everywhere and be very public about what they're doing and such, that everybody kind of started to notice, hey, this thing has Denuvo DRM on it. My game's running like crap. Could it be the DRM that's here? Maybe. Who knows? We didn't really have conclusive evidence for a while, but a lot of people were speculating that, hey, this game that has it makes it run like shit. Eventually, people kind of started testing it and realized that, hey, if it doesn't have it here, it doesn't run as shit, right? Now, besides the performance problem I have with Denuvo is the purpose of games preservation. Because realistically speaking, the DRM is not really keeping me from being able to pirate the game. Yes, it does make it take longer to be able to pirate a game. That does actually work. Like, Denuvo does what it says on the tin. It keeps a game from being pirated, but only realistically for a set amount of time. Eventually, pirators figure out a way to be able to crack the game regardless. It just happens. I think the longest one was like 99 days or something like that before they were able to fully crack the game. But, I mean, it's not doing the absolute best, as it were. So, thankfully, Krafton, who is making this new sim-like game, decided we're going to walk back the things that we were going to do with Denuvo, and we are not going to add it. So hopefully, what would already have been a very like CPU-bound game, doing a lot of processes in the background, doesn't have to worry about another CPU bottleneck, which is Denuvo, because Denuvo very, very much so hits the CPU extremely hard, and that's where we see a lot of that drop off in performance. So thankfully, they will not be adding it, and hopefully some other companies will figure it out and just decide to maybe, hey, make our own ways to be able to kind of stop people from pirating instead of using this thing that doesn't really seem to help or fix the issue in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah. Yeah, and music back for everybody. I think I forgot water. My mouth dry. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab water. Go put you all in BRB in a second. I need some agua fresca. And water. Oh, shit. Here we go. And hey, that's the wrong one. See, when I want y'all to see me when I come back. Apologies. I will be right back. This is what happens. I worry about getting stream up so quickly. I forget to put on my water or get my water. That's on. Bah. Ooh, excuse me. Excusez-moi. All right. We'll head back to what we were talking about, what we were discussing. We hit our next topic. Beep. So, we've had a couple interesting developments from the CD Projekt Red earnings call that happened a little bit ago. They're planning a couple interesting things when it comes to the Witcher possibility of a words escape me. They're planning a couple different things that kind of lend credence to the possible why can't I talk? This is what happens. I get up and then I can't talk. Stupid streamer. They're planning on a couple things. One is going to be a whole Witcher trilogy, apparently. So Witcher 4 is going to start a whole fresh new trilogy. And it's going to be kind of releasing in, from what we gathered from the report, about 6-ish years after The Witcher 4 releases. So essentially 3 years, you'll get Witcher 5, and then 6 years, you'll get Witcher 6. Hopefully, this ends up being good. I don't think they really have any more book material to be able to work off of. So as far as I know, they're working off of fresh new material fully. Like there's no reference for anything. Granted, they didn't really follow the books very heavily, from what I understand. I never actually read the books, but this is from what I've heard. Take it with a grain of salt, because I don't have a script for that one. Grain of salt. But the other thing that came out of that earnings call is that CD Projekt Red is continuing to look at ways to implement AI and its uses in the development of other games and other things. Thankfully, generative AI, specifically generative AI, is not being used to make The Witcher 4. The gaming industry as a whole uses AI in many different ways, one of those obviously being the NPCs that you interact with inside of your game. But they are thankfully not going to be using generative AI to be able to help assist in any way with The Witcher 4. But remember, CD Projekt Red has stated, and they reiterated during this earnings call, that they have a team, an internal team at CD Projekt Red that is working to be able to figure out ways to be able to implement generative AI into their game making process. How that ends up going, we don't really know, but hopefully they will not use it too heavily. I really hope. I get tired and more tired of people using generative AI in games and getting rid of jobs because of it and taking out the human element from an artistic space. It's a problem, and it's going to continue to be a problem most likely. Hopefully, they will figure out a way to implement it in a way that is helpful and also in a way that won't make them have to lay anybody off because they decided, oh, we can make more money. We hope. Hey, I really wish generative AI wasn't that big of a deal, but it is. Here we are. We live our lives. We live our dreams. We die, and we repeat. Maybe, who knows? Maybe Buddhism is real. I don't know. I'm agnostic. Why am I saying that? Yeah, whatever. Here we are. All right. Get to the thing that is going to draw the Nintendo fanboys like a moth to flame. Like a heavy moth to flame. Real heavy. Real heavy. We've had a handful of new Switch 2 rumors, and of course, they come out almost a week before the big Nintendo Direct that is going to be happening on April 2nd, that is rumored to be pretty much all about Switch 2. Now, for those of you on the stream, I'm going to let you all know that if you haven't heard, there is a surprise Switch 1 Nintendo Direct, or what we assume is a Switch 1 Nintendo Direct, happening tomorrow. So, mark your calendars if you haven't already, if you really care. But it's most likely going to be, from what I can gather and what I can guess, some kind of end of life obituary. This is what's going to happen to the Switch in the coming years, and then eventually we will end support at a later date. That's most likely what they're going to be talking about. Beyond that, we don't really know, but it is most likely happening tomorrow. So mark your calendars if you haven't already, if you haven't heard already. But a couple big things that came out of the Switch 2 rumors. So this specifically comes from Tom Henderson of Insider Gaming. He spoke to sources at GDC, the Games Developers Conference, and they said that the release is most likely June. Now, this lines up with other rumors that we were already hearing, that it's going to release sometime like June, July-ish, somewhere in like early summer area. So this lines up with that. Cool. First rumor out of the way. This comes with the other rumors that their release is going to work in 3 phases. We've seen this kind of before from Nintendo, so it's not really super far-fetched. Essentially, the first is going to be like first-party releases when the console comes out in June. June. Still a rumor, so June. In June, we'll get our first-party releases, and then those are only going to be Nintendo games, if you don't know what first-party means. Then the second will be closer to like October. It's going to be your big third-party games, so anything that isn't from Nintendo. This lines up very nicely with what we like to call Broketober, where everybody releases all their games in October, so that way they can get them out and in people's hands and in reviewers' hands before the Christmas cycle begins, and maybe we can get more sales that way. It happens with a lot of different industries, and it's no different with the games industry. And then the third, which is weird because it's going to be holiday releases again in October, but they didn't really say if it's third or first party in the rumors. My guess is that this is the third phase is going to be for all of the Nintendo first party games to release in October for the holiday cycle. So the really, really, really big releases, think like if they were to make another one, the new Zelda or I don't know, fucking Mario Kart makes the most sense to release then. Allegedly, there will also be a Switch 2 hands-on next week for media and content creators. So this is some exclusive time with the new console, and it lines up, I think, like either the day before or the day after we're supposed to get this April 2nd Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. So hopefully we get some news out of that, and hopefully we get to hear some cool stuff. I will keep you all updated live via TikTok whenever I can get like a quick video out if I hear anything interesting with that. So go ahead and follow me over there. Or we will maybe just hold on to it if it's like kind of like more than just, hey, look, here's this thing. And I'll do it on stream. So keep your eyes peeled on my TikTok. And if not, wait till the stream. All right. So yeah. The other thing that I love that happened with the Switch 2 rumors is that, of course, everyone's sitting here going, oh, look, we have an update to Silk Song on Steam, too. Silk Song people will never be happy until the game actually releases. And even then, who knows if they'll actually be happy with how much they've hyped it up at this point. I don't think they will be very happy. But who knows? Who the F knows? All right, we'll hit our next topic. Game Informer is back after a short-ish stint. The game magazine / news website that was shuttered by its former parent company, GameStop, is now back. The well-loved magazine is back under a new parent company, this being Gunzilla Games. They are a European game development studio / company. They worked on the Extraction shooter Off the Grid. Don't really know much about it. Never really heard anything about it until today. And I mean, it looks cool. Looks slick. Never really heard much about it, but they are thankfully helping Game Informer to come back. The website, along with all of its posts, like all the old archive stuff, is back. So a lot of honestly important reporting about games history as a whole is finally back on the internet, along with a handful of fresh game reviews. So if you all are interested in a couple things that maybe the writers that used to work for former GameStop Game Informer that are now back for this new version of Game Informer, they were still working on stuff in the background, clearly. So they put out more reviews, and maybe go ahead and take a quick read, take a quick gander. Also, the monthly magazine will also be returning. So for those of you that really liked getting the old Game Informers back in the day, I wish that I was able to convince my parents back in the day that I could get those. They always looked so cool whenever I saw them. I really, really wanted them, but never got them. I might subscribe to this one now that it's back. It looks really cool. I've always really loved those pieces on the front pages that I never got to have myself, but it's back and hopefully better than ever. A lot of cool stuff there. The thing that also baffles me about GameStop selling Game Informer in the first place, I can understand that maybe it was a little too much like a money sink for GameStop. I mean, GameStop really wasn't doing well in the first place anyway. But the fact that not only did you get rid of Game Informer and just shutter it without so much as a, hey, look, here's an archive of all their crap. But this week you decided, hey, we're gonna hedge our bets on Bitcoin and put a bunch of our backup funds into Bitcoin because that's a stable fucking idea. Makes no sense. Whatever. Here we are. Here we are. Game Informer's back, thankfully, and GameStop is still stupid. Continue to be stupid, I guess. All right, we'll hit the next piece in a moment. Just want to say hello to TikTok again. Hello, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. If you don't want to watch in vertical at all the damn time, go ahead and check out the Twitch stream. It's a little bit better over here anyway. All right, we'll hit our next topic. Monster Hunter Wilds is getting its first big update. This is coming April 3rd, so mark those calendars. The free title update number uno is finally coming out. Sadly, I did not see any word about any kind of network stability or optimization fixes. So for those of you having problems with network optimization and network stability in general and game optimization, sadly, it doesn't look like we're going to get anything. We'll have to wait till we see full patch notes. Haven't seen full patch notes yet myself. So we'll have to wait and see if we get anything better for that. Highly doubt it. But we're getting a couple cool things. So Visit Sune is being added. This monster is a very, very fun fight. If you haven't done it before, I really, really enjoy it. It is a very fun and interesting little battle with bubbles and a soapy experience, to say the least. Finally getting a little bit of a hub center area as well. They're calling it the Grand Hub. I was honestly getting tired of having to hop around the map the whole time and sitting through loading screen after loading screen after loading screen. So thankfully, this might cut out a little bit of that. Not fully, obviously, but just a little bit would be nice. Oh, and who could forget? Of course, they decided to tease the next monster. For those of you that don't want spoilers, turn off your ears if you can. If not, plug them. We are getting Lagiacrus. They teased him at the end of the trailer. We love to see the return of Monster Hunter Tri's annoying little asshole. Well, he's not little, but whatever. Here we are. He's back. He's big and hopefully better than ever. And hopefully we don't have to do underwater fighting. I do not want to deal with 3D space. I already play Insect Glaive. I don't need to worry about it more. Whatever. Lots of cool stuff coming from Monster Hunter Wilds. Hopefully you all have been enjoying your time with the game and hopefully checking out the update. I know I will be. All right, we'll just hop right into the next topic as I am starting to gas a little bit. Just a little bit. And I'm feeling the burn. Feeling the burn. Just a bit. Do you like the Xbox app? Like on your PC. Whenever you open up the Xbox app on your PC, do you have a good time? Or did you do it by accident and then very quickly tried to close it and then it took forever to load and then it took forever to close? Because that's my experience most times with the Xbox app. Well, I don't know that Daddy Microsoft got the message that we don't really like the Xbox app, but it thinks it can maybe win you back by doing something similar to GOG Galaxy. And that's showing you every game you have installed on your PC. So in a leaked image from the GDC conference, there's a new promotional image showing a Steam tab in the Xbox app. I don't like that. I don't like that idea, personally. I'm never going to touch this, ever. I very quickly always almost try to uninstall the Xbox app, but I still need it occasionally. And whenever I do need it, it pisses me off to no end. It's honestly extremely stupid that we're doing this and adding even more reason for bloatware on our PCs. Like, It's just giving Microsoft more and more and more credence to keep on doing this crap. I really hope there's already a bunch of like talk among like the handheld game console makers. HP recently was talking about how much it hated having to use Windows for its handhelds and recently installed SteamOS on it, tried it out, and they loved it way more. I so sincerely hope that we get to see the same thing for the PC market when SteamOS for desktop finally comes out. We've already seen a bunch of kind of people like not upgrading from Windows 10 to Windows 11. And I have a feeling that we're either going to have some kind of, I think it was Vista, everyone just kept on using for fucking ever. And they kept on having to update it in the background because no one was getting off of it and they didn't want people to leave their ecosystem. So they just kept on updating it, updating it, updating it, updating it, updating until eventually they gave up and then just made a whole new one that everybody actually liked. So who the hell knows? But I the other thing I don't understand is why don't they just make a Steam app? You know, just 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 do something with Steam. Because from what I understand, Phil Spencer already kind of wants to add Steam to the Xbox itself in some capacity. I don't know, man. I'm getting tired of Microsoft trying to put its grubby little goddamn paws all over my PC to the point that I am this close to installing the backup image of SteamOS for handhelds onto my desktop. The only thing that is keeping me from doing it is the fact that you need to have a Radeon GPU and it can only work with one hard drive. I don't like that. That's a problem for me. If it gets changed, though, oh boy, I might be jumping ship. That's for sure. Ugh. Oh, and then obviously, fuck you, Microsoft. Here we are. They want to do more dumb crap. They want to keep on doing dumb shit that I don't want on my PC. I don't want it. I don't want your crap, Microsoft. I never wanted it in the first place. But here we are. Like I just want to be able to play my games, not have to think about it, just enjoy, and have my operating system get the fuck out of my way. Now, will they actually get the hell out of my way? Who the hell knows? I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. But whatever. What the hell ever. We live, we die, and we move on. Meh. I don't care. I do not care. All right. We'll get to the fun part of the show for everybody, at least for me and hopefully for y'all. I hope it's fun. We'll hit our little indie spotlights of the day. Let me get this set so that way stream doesn't have to wait as long. We'll do our first one. And then I need our second one. Beautiful. All right. Got that one. Got this one. Why? Okay. Go down here. Go away. Wait. No one cares. Nobody cares about the dev stream on the game. Even though I do kind of care. I like to watch those sometimes on Steam. All right. I'll sit here. We'll get right into Indie Spotlight. Yeah. All right, everybody, and now it's time for my favorite part of the show. Welcome to Indie Spotlight. Got a couple fun games for you. We'll get started with the first one. This is The Darkest Files. All right, stream. It's time for you to enjoy. Give me a moment. I'm getting set. Go ahead. Find that. Why am I showing up all the way over here? Go. Stop playing. I don't want you to start yet. Stupid thing. All right. This is the Darkest Files. Go ahead. That. And turn it up here. And here we go.
Why are we here? Why do we pick at these old wounds?
Were you ever sent any death threats?
Yes. Our work is not easy.
Don't you snap at me, young lady.
Look at it as a badge of honor.
You won't last a week.
Order. It was like the whole world was burning.
And that is the Darkest Files. So, from what I understand, from a little bit of Steam listing research I did, this is a walking sim in the very loosest sense. It's not exactly a walking sim, it's more so a fucked up, hey look, the war's over, Germany lost, or maybe not, who knows, but now you have to figure out who the ordinary men are and maybe bring them to court. It looks really, really weird and really, like, kind of fucked up in a good way. I mean that in the best sense. I'm kind of interested, personally. I haven't played a good, like, detective-esque game in a minute, and this looks right kind of in my wheelhouse. A little bit of history, a little bit of weirdness, and just that right amount of fucked up crap. So I'll definitely be checking it out. Going to put it on my wish list for sure. And there is a demo for those that are interested. You can go ahead and download that now. And you can also buy it. Right now it is on sale for $17.99. Normally it is $20. So if you're interested, maybe go ahead and check it out. Oh, I said walking sim. I meant to say a detective sim. The other game that I was looking at was a walking sim, but I decided not to do that one because it did not get great reviews from the small handful of people that played it. And I don't want to necessarily promote that. All right. We'll hit our next one. All right. All right. And our second game is Tick Hop. And play this for the stream. And boink. I said full screen. And that was Tick Hop. For the more astute among you, while you were watching that, you might have noticed, hey, there's a timer there. And the game is called Tick Hop. I know a little bit about game dev. I know that certain things work off of what's known as ticks inside of a game. Well, the whole idea behind this game is, while yes, it's a precision platformer, you're running against the clock. And you can add to the clock and maybe subtract from it. depending on the certain things that you do. And almost everything inside of the world works off of that same exact tick clock that you're seeing above your character at all times. It looks super, super interesting for those of you that enjoy any kind of precision platformers. This one is also already out. Currently, it's got an introductory offer going on. It is $2.39. However, the game is super, super cheap. It's only $3 normally, so maybe go ahead and just grab it if you're interested. I might be checking this one out. I enjoy a couple different kind of platformer-esque games. It's not normally my wheelhouse, but I might check this one out. The premise interests me just enough. So yeah. All right. Go ahead and where is my button? Button. The button. Turn this down before it blows everybody's ears on Twitch. Boink. All right. Well, that was just about my show for the day. Worked out perfectly. I was planning to do just about an hour and did just about an hour. So, hopefully, stream enjoyed it. I know I had a good time. This one felt a lot better than my last one. My last one did not feel that great. That's why I didn't make a video out of it. I did make one short out of the union talk that I did, but for a full video, there wasn't enough going on for me personally. I didn't feel like I talked about enough crap. I mean, not like enough crap, but just like it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel good, you know? Didn't feel good, but whatever. Either way, go ahead and do our YouTube outro real quick. Alrighty, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a good day, evening, or night, and I hope to see you next time. And for the stream, that goes doubly so. Doubly so. Boy, oh boy, am I tired. I'm a tired boy. I'm a tired boy, but yeah, whatever. What can you do? What can you do, you know? But I hope you all have a good day, evening, or night, whatever it is for y'all. And I also hope to see you all next time. Bye-bye! Also, I'm still here. For now. Fuck y'all.